Well, welcome back to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald. And thank you, Doug. Yeah, it was actually the week before that. Yes, I was sick kind of all last week, and but anyway, we'll get into all that. And Kevin, nice to see you as well. But anyway, let's see here. So, as you know, I am your host. Well, some people don't know, but welcome back to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host, Jerry Wall, and today I wanted to talk about something that pretty much every stroke survivor goes through or faces at one point. Plateaus in recovery. You know the feeling. It's when you've been working so hard and then all of a sudden, bam, you're making progress. And then suddenly it feels like everything just stops. I've been through that. I don't know if you guys have been through that. Well, I want you to know you're not alone. Um, and a plateau doesn't mean your recovery is over. It simply means it's time to change things up. And that's a big thing. It really is. It's a good thing to kind of go over. But anyway, I'll go over some of the things that I've gone through, and I'm sure you guys gone through the same thing. Let's see here. Who I just want to say, I know I put on there. Welcome, welcome back. At I can't even talk after a stroke. But Kevin, yeah, you know the feeling. I'll go over what things that I've been through, and I'm sure most of you have been through this. And Lynn, nice to see you. But anyway, some of the things. So when you go through that, you feel like you've plateaued, which first of all, it's a dirty word. Get my phone here. Yeah, it's definitely a dirty word. I think of it as that kind of a dirty word. But anyway, the first thing, change your routine. That's what you have to do because you keep doing the same thing over and over because your brain thrives on novelty. If you've been doing the same exercises over and over again, which I've gone through that many times, switching them up. New movements can activate different neural pathways. It's completely true. Um, Practice real life strategies or activities. Try like button the shirt or your pants. I mean, I do that constantly. But I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over. Writing, um, I know I'm guilty of that. I should be writing with my affected arm because I was doing that quite a bit. Cooking instead of the generic exercises. This makes recovery more functional and motivating. Increase your intensity, that you know, gradually without getting hurt. Plateaus sometimes happen when exercises become too easy. Um, you know, use like, I mean, I have looking around here. I have resistant bands, light weights, or increase the number of reps. That's a big thing. I do that quite a bit now. Yeah, I do that pretty much all the time. So that's something I suggest everybody doing that. Um, so use both. I see a lot of people not they're not doing this. Use and I try to do this every time. Create use both sides of the body. Some people use just your affected hand, trying to uh, get that better, which I think we all want to get that better, but use both hands, both arms at the same time. Um, for me, looking in the mirror, look at looking in the mirror, we call it shoulder shrugs. Put some weight in each and use for me. I know every stroke is different. Use the same weight. So the other one, it feels like you're doing the same exact thing. So, I see people, when they're doing their exercise, the other hand does nothing, but your affected side does a lot. But you got to use both sides, or it just does make a difference. Because use, like I said, let's see, I put a couple notes here on mine, um, called bilateral training. Use both hands, arms. It can help the weaker side relearn movements by mirroring the stronger one. So if you can look in the mirror, I suggest that. It's a big thing. Not everybody has a mirror that can, you can do that, but it's very important to do that. Incorporate constraint training. I've done it, with me for putting the good, the good arm for me behind my back, kind of like you timed it up, and use the other one. I mean, you got to do, you got to, or yeah, what do you call it? Constraint training. It's induced therapy. So got to be safe. I always say safe. Limit the use of your stronger side to encourage our weaker side to do more of the work. That's huge. Engage in neuroplasticity, friendly activities, things like music therapy. What else? Dancing or even video games. I'm not a big video gamer, but that's one that can stimulate the brain in new ways that you probably haven't done. I mean, that's something that I've done, but not a bunch. And then seek new therapies. That's a big one there. Aquatic therapy, electrical stimulation. What do you call it? Aquatic pool therapy. I do that quite a bit. That's, thank God we have a pool in our community here, and I use all the time. And it's such a good therapy for me. It's tough, but you gotta do it. Because some therapy, when you go to, kind of the same old thing. Not to trash the therapist, because they do a great job. I love when they go to a new therapist. That's a new one. I'll go over that in just a second. But let's see, who did I miss? I'm sorry. Tara, nice to see you. If I missed, and Doug, I'm sure I said that. But yeah, so I'm looking here. Sorry. What happens if your infected doesn't work? I constantly, if you use it, now I'm doing what I think, Kevin, I'm totally, and that's exactly me. Wife cooks and I clean. Understand. Doug, the question there. Let me. Anybody can answer this, because I'll tell you um, my answer to this, Doug. What happens if your affected arm doesn't work? True. In the beginning, mine didn't, but I used it again, for me, a TheraBand, and I wrapped it around, and I can move it. It took me some while to do that, but it helped me move my arm, move my hand, because my therapist made me some I don't know what it's called. They're plastic. They're all I did, it straightened my hand in there, and I wrapped it up. I even slept with it, because my hand just wanted to swoosh down, put it into a fist. I did not want to be. I saw people that have had a stroke, and they're in, like, this is it, and I'm not blaming anything, but I always saw that, and so I always kept my arm straight and put that little thing on my wrist and kept my hand straight. And then got to a point where I didn't need that plastic thingamajiggy, and so my goal was to shake hand, instead of like this. I shook people's hand, because everybody wants to shake your hand with the opposite side, because they can see, this guy, what's up with this guy. So I never allowed that. So I kept doing that. I don't know if that helps, but it helped me. It helped me. So I'm glad, Tara. I was off all last week. The week before, I was on vacation. Last week I was sick. But I know, no excuse. But I don't want to sit here and just be a negative Nancy here. But I wasn't negative. Okay, so go back to yeah, so still can't. Uh, let's see. We're going to actually be in Dana Point next week, so I won't be going to Santa Barbara and all that. But anyway, yeah, I know that feeling. That was one of the things. So I work on that hard, Kevin. Always, I always work on that. Thank you. But I screwed it up. You can see. I always I screwed up my hand because of my tendons. You see how they're, like that, because I was pushing so hard trying to straighten my hand out so I can do that. There's no such thing. Get out of the rudder. Um, I'd have to listen, Jerry. Another thing. Um, there you are, Jerry. And hello, Yvonne. Nice to see you guys. And thanks for being here. Let's see. I had some other. Um, so another one is focus on those. You always want to get better right away. Which we all do. So instead of always trying to focus on the small wins, track the small improvements. Like, let's see, holding balance 5 seconds longer than or lifting your finger. Motivation fuels recovery. Um, so it really does. So Jerry Chapman, I know it's been crazy, so I apologize that we haven't talked. But not all of therapy for everybody. You're right. I know everybody's different. In the beginning, if you watch, I did say that every stroke is different. So we all know that. But I'm just giving my what worked for me. Some of those are good for me, didn't maybe work for everybody. Um, and here's what I mean. I don't know if I've mentioned this to a lot of people, but for me, I'm telling you, someone said, "Why do you go to all these different therapists?" And so, if you go to a new physical, occupational speech therapist, they bring fresh ideas, maybe that some others didn't, or techniques or perspectives um, to get you moving it forward again. So, luckily, we have a lot of places, therapy. Boy, different places you can go to therapy. Um, and I typically do that about 6 months out of the year. And I don't, some of them I used to stick with consistently, but I don't. I switch it around because some of them, neural therapists, just just like I was saying, I think if you go to a different therapist, um, I think that's really good. It worked for me. Um, so there's so much. But yeah, that's a lot of things that I go. Good morning, Jocelyn, Tara. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Uh, I, yeah. So, but yeah, so a lot of things are different. So for me, therapy is important, and even me coming up on 15 years post stroke, I still go to therapy, and even more speech therapy. I thought, 15 years, really, what else can I learn? Trust me, you can, because a lot of these new therapists are graduating, and they really give me fresh ideas. Um, and it works for me. Like, I think, Jerry, it was you. Yeah, no, you said something about not all therapies are good for everyone. Um, but anyway, yeah, I'm just reading some of the comments here. Uh, and yeah, Junior, exactly. I know that. Every stroke is different. I mean, I know that 100%. And if every 40 seconds, someone does have a stroke. But it's really important to, try new things and push yourself. That's me. Um, yes, I know uh, you're right, Yvonne. But yeah, I know you said not you, but I think it was Junior mentioned something about um, and not arguing at all, but every stroke is different. So what may work for me may not work for you. So it's something that, but if we can give each other some ideas that, oh, I haven't tried that, so maybe that will work for you. Because anybody that posts their on social media, some of your therapies that work for you, hey, I didn't know about that. So now I can, I'll try that. Um, but again, be careful. It's a lot. Um, Lisa, nice to see you. Um, you, I know, Tara, we all love you too. Stephen, nice to see you. But yeah, so the plateaus, like I started to state, said in the beginning, plateaus are kind of a dirty word, but the big thing is, ways to push through your recovery. Um, Change it up. That's a big thing that works for me. I hope maybe you can get some out of this. Change up your routine. Um, your brain thrives on, you know, um, different things, novelty. Like you can, if you're doing the same exercise, what I didn't know any better. I think most of us didn't know it when you first have your stroke. We just went with what we were taught, just did it. But after time, after years, you movements can activate different neural pathways. I know this is a tough one here, just because I didn't want to. Um, I didn't want to think, oh, I know everything. But no, I'm giving you my ideas, um, what I've gone through. So it works for me, may not work for you. Good morning, Stephen. Lines, nice to see you. First thing moving, fell last night moving. I know. I'm sorry to hear that. I actually, when I fell, I broke my hip. It's because I didn't get cocky, but I just thought, you know what? I was getting better and better. Pay attention to where you're. Well, for me, we took the carpets out because that's what it's a lot of things that I went through. So just, I would say, be careful what you're doing. Um, and I thought I was just getting better and better. I don't, but I ended up breaking the hip and during COVID, and it was just crazy. But nice to see you. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate. Um, Gotta hold it. Yeah, thank you for even listening here. And if you want to share this, I don't know if you can get one thing out of it. And if you want to see more of this, just subscribe to Let's Talk Stroke on YouTube. Um, yeah, I know. I love. Good morning, Colleen. Um, Jocelyn. Yeah, I've just been kind of crazy here, but it's been a long 9 years recovery. I know. Never give up. I know. Never give up. True. But anyway, yeah. So let's go back to some of the strategies that worked for me. Colleen, nice to see you. This was a good one. You have to increase. Some of you may not like this, but increase intensity slowly. Plateaus sometimes happen when exercises become easy, too easy. You just sit there. You got to add resistant bands, if light weights, or increase the number of repetitions. That's a big thing for me. Squats, hamstring, because typically on your right side, which I think this is, I'm on whatever your affected side is. I don't want to say everyone, but I would say most of your hamstrings completely get weak. that worked. And now I'm doing things that are, that I'm relearning, and it does help because it's you get weak. I mean, people know that. Um, let's see, yeah, Dean, thank you, Marcy, nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. I really appreciate it. You're you one. Okay, I can't talk, but a year and a half post stroke, legally blind. Feel free to reach out. You ever want to be on the show and share your journey? I mean, I don't know how you feel. And Wayne, nice to see you. And if I missed you, I really do appreciate. So when you have aphasia, it kind of like hits you. Hello, Indiana here. Okay, yeah, I'm in Texas, so the middle of Texas. So anyway, you feel free to reach out to share your journey. I put you on the show. It's typically about once a week. I have somebody on, and they share. You can share your journey, and I have people. I've had like, look at this, um, Yvonne from Greece, people from all over the country. Um, so anyway, you do get better when confidence sets in. I love it, and when you can make you vulnerable. You know what? Some people have told me, yeah, I will message you. I'll see that. We'll do that. Um, yeah, please. What were you saying here, Yvonne? Yeah, or someone was. You end up becoming a what do you call that? You become I mean, your pride once you have a stroke. For the most part, mine was a major stroke. I mean, what stroke is not major? I think so. But I don't know. Did I? What is on Kevin and Aubrey are doing? I will. Yeah, we'll have to reach out about that. But anyway, I just wanted to touch about this stroke recovery, overcoming plateaus, because that, to me, I never want to hear that, because I was told. I don't know how many people. I'm raising my hand because I was told you just get used to this. This was 2 years out, 3 years out. Just get used to this, because this is how you're going to be the rest of your life. You plateaued. What? This is it? This is where I couldn't walk. It, I couldn't talk. I was in a wheelchair. So you have plateaued. Uh, to me, I didn't know any better. And then I finally was therapy, and I ended up, well, I'm walking like a penguin, some of my grandkids say, which is no big deal to me. But it is devastating there, Yvonne. But anyway, yeah, it's, you still have, it's better, my speaking, but it's still wishy-washy for me. But anyway, that's one of the things. So for me, switch things up. That to me was number one. When I felt like I was not gaining any momentum, accept it. First thing I was told, switch things up, and I do. And I still, to this day, even close to 15 years post, I like to go to therapy. Not all the same, but I do. I love going to therapy and trying new things. I see on social media, people or even on YouTube, people are doing things that I never even knew. Um, so switch things up. To me, number one, switch things up. And that was one of the biggest things for me. And even those little tasks, like I said, button your shirt, and get the other hand involved. That's, get your other arm, leg, hand, get involved. And it's something that I think we all need. need to go through this. Another one, add, yeah, add mental practicing. Just visualize yourself doing a movement like lifting your arm or walking smoothly. Believe me, it can improve motor recovery um, almost as much as physical practice. You know, stand yourself in front of a mirror. To me, that worked. I mean, trust me, I've got a long way to go, but I'm not you know, I'm not recovered, not even, but I'm not, what do you call that? Um, I'm not recovered. I mean, 15 years, it has a lot of, I have a lot of things to make myself better and better, but I don't give up. I mean, sure, I have those days where I'm not gonna do anything, you know. And some days you have, I mean, not have to, but I have those days. So, and Stephen made another last week came and congratulations. I love it. I love it. Um, Gerald, it's up to the individual to push past the plateau. You won't push past it unless you try. Okay, I got to bring it up just because I love it. Gerald, I love it. Um, this is a great one here. So, and but you know, I know Terry, I mean, who doesn't have those days where you just feel like I don't want to do anything. I just want to chill one day and just do nothing. Um, I didn't see that, Stephen. I feel like a one-legged drunk duck walking. I know. Oh, I know. I mean, who doesn't feel like that? I mean, not everybody, but I know that every stroke is different, and I know that. You know that. 15 years, long time here. Yeah, it has. But think about, I mean, others. Is it? Um, yeah, I mean, you're right. It is a long time. Time flies, though. It's something that, I mean, who knew that, you know, in the beginning, I thought 15 years, I'm going to be brand new. That doesn't really work like that for me, you know. And, and Yvonne, you are walking, you are talking, we are alive and giving hope to others. I, I know, I mean, who knew that? Took my life for granted. No more, I love my life. But I prefer it now, never happened. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, and feel free, you know, throw the comments in here and please share this if you think it can help anybody, you know, because really most of it's you guys' comments that are making this helping us all. So, but yeah, we'll have a good, and that's the thing. I mean, Doug, who has? I mean, this is positive. Everything has to be positive. You know, who has those negative days? You know, you feeling like you're, yeah, you know, um, right. Bad days can get rocky, so it's okay to, yeah, Tara, absolutely, Tara. Um, yes, I'm actually sitting here doing nothing and listen to you guys all comment because it's so important. It totally helps me out. I mean, it's just amazing that how everybody we all feel kind of the same. No one, some people wanna don't want to say it. They feel like their pride. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, you know what? I have to have a stroke. Okay. I mean, you're giving me a shower. You know, you're bathing me. You know, you're doing things I never thought I'd have someone else do. But what are you gonna do? But yeah. But I appreciate it. And yes, get up and move. So anyway, that's kind of, let's see. I don't know if I've missed anything else, but if you haven't, try different. therapies. Robotics. Try some of the stuff my therapists over the years have made for me. You know, I don't know if you guys have had that, um, but if you guys can't do this, you should try it because for me, it's awesome. You, I think you can't get hurt. Pool therapy, to me, is one of the best. Um, my when I used to go to pool therapy, inpatient therapy, pool therapy, they had a couple treadmills in the pool, and so I mean, you fall off, nothing's gonna happen. Um, for me, I always have to say that because I know some people want to get on here and you know say something, but anything, but it helps. Like, yeah, Colleen, tell you, it does. I'm so glad that you do that. Um, really try new things. I mean, like at the beginning, this whole when I started going live just today, switch things up. It's the first thing. If you think you're plateauing and you just because you're doing same thing, switch your thing up. So anyway, um, that's all I wanted to cover today. And I appreciate you guys hanging in here and coming back here because I know I took the whole last week off, and I appreciate it. So if there's any, you can still comment even when I end this show. Please do. And if you think you can, there's something that you can help me out with, or if I can help you out with, please do. This is awesome. I really love you guys. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great Tuesday. And I will